My name is Stephen West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am very pleased to announce that I'll be talking about a very important subject. And this is how to make Africa great again. And what we can do, what every spiritualist or African person or traditionalist can do to facilitate this process or to add to their own contribution to the development, advancement of Africa, to move us forward. This is the point. And it's actually very simple. When you come into this African spirituality path and you discover yourself, you are awoken and you see the problems that we are facing, the challenges, and you will want to think of what can I do to make things better? What can I do to improve the situation? What can I do to alleviate the pain, the stress? How can I wake up my people? How can I be a force of change? Okay, this is very simple, but many people are still not getting it. I have said it many times. You cannot really change the world. Okay, the world is bad as it is, and you are part and parcel of this world. You cannot change it, but if you change yourself, your world will change. Okay, this is how it works. The change that we are looking for starts with you, inside of you, within you. Charity begins at home. So anything that you want to change or correct, you must start by changing yourself. This is how it is. There's no two ways about it. You cannot go around pointing fingers, criticizing. You must be a force of change. You must try to do something. You must do something. Okay, this is where the power starts from. This is where the change will start from. Your outlook, your philosophy, your understanding, your attitude. You must be that difference. So it starts with you. So you cannot run away from your responsibilities if you really want to do something. You cannot be complaining. There are some people that love to complain, especially these my Christian brothers here. Anytime I go out to chill out or you go in a car, public transportation or market, you just see people, oh, the government is bad, the government is this. But the person is, when you look at him, he's part of the problem. He's not even awoke. He's an unconscious human being, a blind Christian. He's part of the problem, enforcing the problem, trapped in the simulation, but he's complaining. I don't waste my time talking with all those kind of people. When I look them carefully, I just keep quiet. I don't want to waste my energy because this one is part of the problem. Okay? You need to be active in doing something. Okay? And you must change yourself. Many people want the world to change, but they are not willing to lift a finger. They are not willing to change themselves. This we see them all the time. Many people will come to say they want to do spell for this, for prosperity, for that, but they don't want to change themselves. This is a major problem. Most times your spell will not work if you are not willing to change, if you are not willing to put that effort to use common sense to solve your problems. You still want to do spell. You think there's one magic touch or one magic powder somewhere that you can just blow into the air, then you become an instant billionaire. There's nothing like that too. Okay, you have to change something. Even those people that do blood money ritual, they will tell them to go and bring somebody that they will kill. Something must happen for them to get what they want. Okay, you must do something to get something. You must change. You must be willing to change yourself. Okay, this is the first point. Many Africans today, you see them, people, some of them are flocking into African spirituality. They're just here to see what they can get, what they can carry, what will benefit them. They are not ready to change their life. They are not ready to play an active role in this spiritual revolution. They don't want to do anything, but they want their situation to change. They are just thinking of how to enjoy, how to make money, how to just get some little things, try to place themselves in the system of white supremacy. As far as they are getting what they want, they don't care about anything else. The system is okay as far as they survive. This is a massive majority of people you're going to find on the planet. Sadly, in Africa, religion has made them docile. And they bring this kind of attitude into African spirituality, but it does not work. So after some time, they complain that this whole thing doesn't work, it's fake, it's a fraud, blah, blah, blah. For me, they can go to hell because it's not for people like them. Okay? You don't want to change yourself, but you want this to change for you. Is it possible? Who is your slave? Who is your slave? Who will do your fighting for you? You came to this world this way, same way everybody came to this world. What are you contributing? What are you willing to sacrifice to make this world a better place? Your time, your energy, your skill. You're not ready to raise one finger to make this world a better place. But you keep complaining. You're looking for magic touch. You will never see a magic touch. Now fire touch you go see. Now suffering, hardship, and disappointment now you go meet everywhere you go. Because you don't want change. You just want to be eating every day, lazing yourself. You don't want to contribute anything to develop this world. You just like we call these people the way this they call some people useless eaters. Just occupy space, waste natural resources, eat, drink, have sex, shit, and then die. This is the mentality of this kind of people. It will not work. If you have that kind of mentality, it's not going to work in African spirituality. So you need to buckle up and smell the pepper soup. If you know say you don't want change, you will not want to improve your life, this thing not going to work for you. Okay? That time not pass. So you better just stop practicing and go back to your Catholic church or your church and start monkeying yourself there. Okay? Another thing I would like to say again that we can do to improve Africa, especially for my fellow spiritualists. This is for my fellow spiritualists, so-called traditionalists, the ones that like to call themselves Babalawo, Dibia, Grandmaster, Spiritualists, your Lordship Spiritual. They have different titles. Prophets, these celeb people, these ones we have, they call themselves priests. They like to call themselves priests and native doctors. There are so many of them. Many of them are on YouTube. They're there here too. I welcome. I thank you people for the work you are doing. Okay, it's not easy to put yourself out there, even though you are faking it. It is not still easy. Okay, even though you're calling yourself professor, you don't have any degree, you don't have any piece of paper, you don't even have the mentality. You still calling yourself professor of African medicine. Some of them are bushmasters. It is not so easy. I thank you people, but this way we are doing it is not the way it's supposed to go. If we really want Africa to grow, Africa to develop, Africa to improve, we must teach what we know. We must be willing to teach and share our philosophy to as much people as possible. Not foreigners, so African people. African spirituality is for African people. It can only help African people first before we think of helping any other people. Okay? So your primary focus must be on African people, your black people, people that are connected to the continent. This should be your first area of primary concern. Okay? We must teach for African spirituality to grow. If you study other spiritual systems in the world, let me give Christianity for example. When you see somebody that want to become a Christian, or you go to church, you tell them you want to become a Christian, they come to you, the first thing they want you to accept this their evil spirit as your Lord and personal Savior. That scallywag they call Jesus Christ, that criminal, that useless spirit, that thief, that murderer, that liar, that's pathological liar, that criminal. They will say you need to accept him, that is your Savior. Insults, you will swallow this insults. Then if you accept this thing, the next thing they will bring that slave manual called the Bible. They will tell you that this is the word of God, book that was written by gay men. They will want you to accept everything in that book, hook, line, and sinker, to control your life, to accept the evil spirit behind that book. Then the next thing, they will teach you this book, teach you how to become a Christian. The essence is that they want you to become a zombie, to be teaching other people as well. This is how Christianity spreads. They will tell you to be evangelizing, telling people, inviting all your friends and families to come to church. You'll be paying them your money. At the same time, they are using you to teach, to spread their so-called gospel or dog spell. This is how they bring people into Christianity. They teach you so that you can teach other people, so that their message can spread. Okay? Same thing with the Islam. They will teach you the Quran from beginning to ending, let you believe all the BS inside. Then they encourage you to also spread the gospel too, by violence, by all means necessary. The same thing with all spiritual systems, Buddhism, Hinduism. They teach their followers the philosophy so that they will know it. The essence of them knowing it so that they will be teaching other people. Okay? They must teach. African spirituality is the same thing. In the ancient time, during the time of Kemet, when we have the Kushat Kemetic people, we have temples all over the place. The essence of these temples is for teaching our people. You must teach. If you don't teach, it will not grow. What you see now in African spirituality, they don't teach anymore. It is very, very hard for you to find a traditionalist or a spiritualist that say they practice African spirituality and they teach, they are willing to teach. You cannot go to any native doctor house, tell them that you want to learn. They don't have any system like that. The only thing they can tell you is that they can do, you have any problem, what is your problem? They consult Oracle and they solve the problem. Anytime anybody have problem, you come there, they solve it, you go home, knowing nothing, understanding nothing. Even if you want to learn, they make it very, very difficult for you. This is one of the major situation that is killing African spirituality. Lack of teaching, lack of educational aspects of transferring this knowledge. In fact, many of these so-called spiritualists they don't know anything. They don't know anything. You cannot teach what you don't know. Okay? They just follow the traditional practice. I don't know where this came from, of tying people's down, tying people in a kind of superstitious belief that they can't teach African spirituality, that it is forbidden to teach African spirituality. Is it witchcraft? The only thing that you cannot teach is, if you want to tell me, I've studied this thing, is this those evil people that are in this hereditary witchcraft that do a lot of abomination. Those ones, they hide under African spirituality. Me, I tell them that this is not African spirituality. This is wickedness you are practicing. When you're practicing how to tie people's progress, how to kill people, how to destroy lives and property, how to retard progress, you are practicing evil and wickedness. You are not practicing African spirituality. Those ones, they can't teach now. They will get arrested. It'll be like true confession. Okay? But mainstream African spirituality, you must teach it. The funny thing is that many of these are so-called gurus and professors, they don't know what to teach. Because they don't know what to teach, they will tell you that they cannot teach it. It is by only oral transfer, by word of mouth. Even word of mouth, they don't know. Who told you it's by oral? We have a lot of books. We have a lot of texts. In Africa, Orisha, they have a lot of writings. We have the Odu Ifa, the Book of Ifa, Orisha. We have different kind of books. We have books on Odinala. We have who told you that it cannot be taught? We have written books. People have written books. If you check ancient, there's so many writings. In fact, the ancient Egyptians, not these bloody Arabs that are there, what they do every day is to study and write. They believe in scientific application of principles. They don't believe in superstitions. They were never superstitious people. They were very, very practical. They write. That's why you see they have lots of writings in the Middle Nation. They teach. The priests were all the temples were places of learning. This is how the Greeks came from Europe. They taught the Greeks. They taught Europe everything they know. If they are not teaching, how will people learn? When you check the Hermetic principles, you check the Emre tablets, you check the Shabaka text, you check the Book of Coming Forth by Diamba. It is not African spirituality books. See, these are books that were written, so many of them. There are so many of them. The Aparax Papyrus. the embrace papyrus of medical formulas. Over 2,000 medical formulas are there. You see scientific equipment, medical equipment for surgery. You see Imhotep there, the father of medicine. You see everything. You must teach, for crying out loud. Nowadays, people don't teach anymore. So how can it spread? How can people understand what African spirituality is all about? How can people understand your philosophy? How can people learn the metaphysics? How can people learn the science? You must teach. This is the only way it can grow. This is why I started teaching people. Not because I want to collect money from people. The only way this thing can grow is we have to teach our people this thing. The knowledge needs to spread. The same way other spiritual systems are teaching their people. Of course, our teachings are deeper. Our teachings are more precise, more complicated. You must be dedicated to learn. If you are a lazy brain, those people that are waiting for things to fall on their laps, it is not for you. But if you are really called to do this, you must be willing to learn and you must be willing to teach. It's as simple as that. This is a very, very important, integral aspect of African spirituality that so many teachers out there are neglecting. I see many of them on there talking this, talking that, or dressing up. I don't play dress up, okay? I don't have money to go and be sewing expensive traditional stuff just to tell you that I'm a spiritual master, dressing in a certain kind of way to give people the impression that I am higher than them. Okay, I don't have that time. I don't have that. It's not important for me. What is more important for me is the message. Are you getting it clear? Will they get it clear? Are you actually following up, understanding? This is more than dress up for me, but dressing up is good, but it's extra expense. If I have maybe extra budget, I'll be playing dress up for you guys. Maybe I will go into fashion, African fashion. But I don't have that now. It's not important for me. I will use the thing that I have. It's not about playing dress up or adding titles to your name or changing your name to deities, or I am a child of Ogun, I am a child of Eshu, I am this, I am that. You do the work. Are you actually doing the work, or are you playing the role of an impersonator? This is what I will ask you. What is the work are you doing? What are you offering? What is your services? Are you teaching anything? Many of them cannot teach, and they feel big. They give this impression that they know it all. Nobody knows it all, okay? I know that you are lying when you try to tell me that you have a powerful oracle that can tell you. No, it does not work like that all the time, okay? I know how this doesn't work. We are here to learn. If you know all what will happen within the next 20 years, this life will be a boring place. We don't know it all. We are here to rediscover, okay? Anybody that tells you that they know it all the time, they are not telling you the truth, okay? You must teach. You must learn. This is the way it will spread. This is why I am teaching these subjects. And I want many of you too to start teaching these subjects. Each one teach one, the one that you know. And if you know you don't really know the stuff, try to learn it. Remove your pride. Humble yourself. Even me, I learn every day. One of my pastime, I visit people's shrine. If you tell me a shrine is here, I like to go to see it. I visit shrines a lot because I want to learn. I want to see things that I've not seen before. So if I see traditional friends tell me you have a shrine, I'm very happy because I will tell you I'm coming to visit your shrine. I want to learn stuff. If I reach the place, I see what you are practicing, you are not doing it well. If I look how you be, I can try to make some suggestions. Or if I see that you are totally off the path, I just keep quiet. I just leave you alone. I'll say this one never ready. This one no, you don't know what to do for you. I go to places. I visit shrines. I still want to learn. I don't know it all, and I am still studying the subjects. And at the same time, I'm still teaching. I know I'm very advanced in this. I know many people don't know the stuff that I know. I need to find a way to transfer the knowledge that I have to them, so that they themselves can have access and also be strong, and to empower them so that they can empower other people. This is how we can move African spirituality and African people forward. We must do something. You cannot just relax and leave the work for only one person. Then you want to live your life. You are part of the problem. If you are not doing anything, silence is consent. You cannot love Africa to say, I love Africa, but nothing you are doing to improve the continent. You are not developing yourself. You are not adding any new thing. You are not improving anything. You are just living there, relaxing. All you do is complaining. Complaining. Nothing you they do. Change yourself. You don't want change. Improve something. Learn something. Nothing you they do. Which kind of person you be? It's very sad like that. So teaching is very, very important. If you are a spiritual person out there, you are not teaching the subjects. You don't have you never start. You never start to. Most of them I see, they just want to call themselves a godfather. Then anytime people have problem, in that case, your people will be dull. Your people will be handicapped. You are not different from these pastors that are skinning people out there. When they will get here, come, Jesus, I'm the only one that can talk to Jesus. I'm the middleman. And you bring money, you sow seed, you pay tithe, and we talk to God for you to solve this situation. That is nonsense. You need to empower your people. Empowerment. For those ones that are in this thing that they don't really know what to teach, humble yourself. Okay, come to somebody like me. I will teach you. Humble yourself. Don't argue. Come here, cool down, learn something. That way, I have taught many people this subject. Many big people, many people. I keep my stuff confidential. I don't talk about people's secret. When I do things for people, you never know. I have a lot of secret I keep. I don't tell people's secret to other people. Okay, I have a strong confidentiality clause. This is what you have to learn how to do, to dare, to will, and to keep silence. This is the code of the magician, the mage. To dare, to do, to keep silence. You must not talk. Okay, if you have a running mouth, you don't know how to keep secret, you will not last in this business. Okay, so you must try to learn. Humble yourself, learn something. Many of them, they just learn a few spells. They don't know the science, they don't know history, they don't know spirituality. What they're practicing is superstitious belief, using it to want to hoodwink people. I don't believe in superstition. I don't believe it. Kuru, tell me all those kinds of things. If I don't see any spiritual symbolism of that story you are telling me, I'll throw it out the window. I'm not going to waste time. So we need to stop deceiving ourselves. If we really want to move Africa forward, we must teach what we know, and we must try to acquire more knowledge. This is the food of the gods, knowledge and wisdom. It brings peace and understanding, enlightenment. It dispels ignorance. When you expose the truth, there is no room for any lie. There's no room for any superstitious belief. There's no room for any doubt. For faith, we don't need faith here. Okay, faith is for dull people. We need evidence. We need facts. Okay, so those people that are hiding behind superstitious belief, they are not working with good spirits. They are working with these evil spirits. When you go to Kemet, you see all the temples. You see what they are actually done, the body of work. There you know that these people, they are very, very practical. They are very, very scientific. In fact, the origin of science is started in Africa. You must teach. If you know you don't know the subject, humble yourself. Learn it, understand, learn our history, learn our spirituality, philosophy, so that you can be able to have a solid foundation to build your body of knowledge, to fill in all those gaps that you are missing, so that you can be able to teach something concrete. Transfer the knowledge to the people around you. This is the great work that we must all do. We must improve ourselves, we must change ourselves, we must develop ourselves so that we can be able to have something of value to give to other people. Okay, you cannot give what you don't know. You cannot teach what you don't know. It's impossible. So this, my brothers and sisters here, if we really want to do this work of transforming Africa, the way African spirituality is currently practiced, it's not going to take us anywhere. Okay, we must approach it scientifically. We must read, we must study, and we must write. You call yourself a spiritual person. I would like to see your body of knowledge, all the things you have been write a book. This is my own. I am very proud to say I have written my own. When you say what is your philosophy, I can be able to put it down in writing. I can be able to transfer it. Now it's transferable. It's all here, okay? How many have you written your own? I would like to see your own. What have you written? Try to write something down. Our ancestors, they write things down. Most of the people will say, oh, you cannot write it down. It is not forbidden. It's this evil spirit that don't want people to know. Who told you cannot write things down? Anybody that is saying you cannot write, you cannot transfer, you cannot teach, that person is trying to put you in darkness of ignorance so that they can control you. And you, as an educated, enlightened, modern-day African, you must not allow anybody to put you in a situation of ignorance because you want to learn African spirituality. Anybody that is telling you that story, run from that person. That person is an evil spirit. That person don't want you to know. That person is the enemies of Africa. Want to treat you as a baby when we're supposed to become a god? What sort of nonsense? All those people, run from them. There are many of them. Okay? There are many of them that you cannot write this book of spell I wrote now. Many of them are not happy because it will take food from their mouth. These are things that many spiritualists use to make money. They don't want it written down. They don't want people to know it. They will tell you that it's forbidden to write spells down. There are some people that have joined some sort of spiritual cults or covens in Africa. Some of them are these witchcraft covens. When they join because they want spiritual power, they want to be able to be astral projecting, they want to belong to a kind of spiritual community whereby they'll be going there, they'll be teaching them African spirituality. They join these spiritual covens, they don't know it's witchcraft. When they go there, this witchcraft coven tell you cannot teach anything to help anybody. You cannot use your power or your knowledge to help anybody. You can only use it to do things that will support the coven. If you teach or use your spiritual knowledge to help anybody outside that coven, you are going to be punished. They will punish you with poverty, sickness, and disease. What sort of power is that? You have power, you cannot use it to do any good thing. This is a witchcraft coven. This is how most of these witchcraft covens behave in Africa. You see them, they claim to have spiritual power, they are suffering in real life. They will tell you they have a limousine and private jet in witchcraft. But real life, they don't have a bicycle. What kind of life is that? This physical earth, if you spiritually strong, you're supposed to have wealth in this physical earth and have it in your spirit world as well. This is how a true spiritual master needs to operate. You must be able to control both realms. If you are wealthy in your spirit kingdom and you are not wealthy in health, you are a fool. You are not complete. It is imbalanced. You have to command wealth in the spirit world and command that wealth in the physical world. You have knowledge in the spirit world. It's like you trap everything in your mind. Your knowledge, your spirit is like a brain fat. You can't use it to manifest anything to move your life forward. You can't use it to help your family members. You can't use it to help to improve anything upon these heads. What kind of dirty power is that? That is witchcraft. That is wickedness. This is what people have joined because they want spiritual power. To do what? To destroy your own people, to retard progress. This is what we should be avoiding. We have this kind of people. Sadly, if you are in that kind of situation, you can come out of, you can renounce it, you can come out of it. You see, there's nothing that is permanent. Okay? So we have to really think of if we want to help Africa move forward. You must teach, you must write. Okay? I have written my own. See, this one will help a lot of people. It will move, and I will still write more books. So this is not the last one. I will write more books. I still have like 2 or 3 more books in me, even 5. I'll write more books, okay? But these 2, they are very, very good. I want to see your own books you are going to write, so especially those people that are claiming to be spiritual masters. You cannot teach anything. You are not willing to write anything. You believe in superstitious belief. You want to tie people down. You are just I see you people as criminals or idiots or people that are just scammers. You are not called to do this practice. There's no life in what you do. We cannot move forward in Africa like this. This is not the way they teach African spirituality. Okay? We must teach this knowledge, especially to our brothers and sisters in other parts of the world. People that are trapped in Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, Brazil. Those African people that have lost touch with the continent. We must find a way to transfer this knowledge to them. Very easy way. Not to deceive them to come to Africa to come and be wasting money. That for you to learn African spirituality, you need to fly to come to sit in my shrine. To spend money, waste money for flight, waste money for hotel. spend on unnecessary money. It's not like it's already inside their blood. What is wrong with you? You are just a thief. The next you say they need to pay $5,000 for one piece of paper to certify that they have studied. You are just a criminal. This is not the way to go. Okay? You must be able to transfer this knowledge for them in easy right form so that they can read it, absorb it, and bring the transformation into them. This is what you should be doing, not be deceiving people, running game on them, on your own African people. You start running game. There's no difference from you. And those pastors, those criminal pastors and vampires, there's no difference between you and when you start doing things like this. It will not move Africa forward. And besides, it will discourage the practice. People will rather go to Buddhism, Hinduism. They don't need to spend money. They just need to buy a book, read it, and start meditating their life away. You're going to make those things more attractive to them if you come like this. Okay? This is what is doing. Many of us in African spirituality, our character is what is pushing people away from the practice. When they come into African spirituality, they see a lot of criminals. Everybody wants your money. Everybody claims to be all powerful. At the same time, they are all hungry. They have no knowledge to transfer to you. They cannot explain everything. They are threatening you. We cannot do this. We cannot do that. The God will strike you within 7 days if you question the gods. What sort of nonsense is that? Are the gods terrorists? Your God will strike you. Your God. How many of them are threatening me for teaching that their God will strike me? Any Ogun don't come strike me. Na me be the Ogun. Na me be the issue. You go take issue. Take on threatening issue. Me that is doing the work of the ancestors. You that is spoiling the work. We now tell the spirit to come and kill me again. That is doing their work. Okay, send them to come and kill me now. Let us see who will die first. Okay? Many of them are just scallywags, useless people on the internet. They cannot teach. They cannot do anything. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the know-how. They don't have the knowledge. They don't have the skill. They are just empty vessels. Playing dress up, playing titles, playing names. They don't have any capacity. You cannot bring any change in this physical world. You cannot even change your life. You cannot even change a baby's diaper. But you claiming you want to have power to transform somebody into a millionaire. Are you a millionaire? If your juju cannot help you, how can it help other person? I look at some of these people, I laugh. I say, look at these people that they play. Now be mumu. If I start to talk things that I have done, many people will think that I am bragging. Okay? If I cannot use my spirituality to help myself, who I want to help? Not be me, I go first help myself first. I'll first change my life before I would change other people's life. I will not be so. I have done things. I don't test and try them. I see how the thing they work. I have my capacity. I can do things. I am not an average spiritualist. So I not be person where they play. Okay? So if you want to teach this, you must learn it. For those of you that don't know the subject, don't be ashamed. I go teach you. I go teach you. Nobody go know. You go pay, of course, not be free. Don't come and you treat me. Yes, yeah. No, there is a price to pay for everything. You must support my ministry. You go put your money go enter our calabash. You get where we they go. You go pay. You not there now just $600. They need the price them. You go pay them. I go teach you. You go learn them. You go. So we must teach you. Teaching is very, very important to the practice. Our ancient African ancestors, they were all teachers. They were all priests. You must teach. If you don't know what to teach, come with me. I will teach you. I will teach you clearly. When everybody know this subject, nobody can deceive anybody. Nobody can dagbo anybody. It will be open, straightforward. Everybody know what is attainable. This is why I always paste the write-ups on the YouTube channel. After you watching the video, you read the write-ups, you see the philosophy. It clear. You they get and clear. Say this is where I stand. This is what I am promoting. This is where I belong. Can you see? How many of them can you see them write anything on their channel? Do you see any of them posting anything on their channel? If I start to insult them now, they will say if they curse people. I'll just look them, they laugh. This will not know anything. Na mumu. Felasi na mumu where you be. Bako native doctor. You not know anything. You could say make a lawyer go to do engineer work. Okay? It's not possible now. Not possible. So please, we'll talk through me devil shame. We need to move forward. And truth now will deliver us. Common sense is what will deliver us. Scientific approach, empirical analysis is what will deliver us. Not superstitious belief, not ignorance, not hocus pocus. Okay, so we need to do away with childish things. We must teach. If you don't know what to teach, learn the work. Humble yourself, learn the work. Don't be playing dress up, be playing dumb. You don't know anything. You not get capacity. Breeze not in your yansh. Okay, learn. Make somebody teach you, so that you feel move forward. They say now when hand wash hand, I both hand it clean. So this is what I see that we make Africa great again. When we know this subject, we teach our children, teach our younger generations, empower ourselves. The enemy will never teach our spirituality to us. It's only we, and we as spiritual people, this is our primary responsibility. Okay, so you must teach. You cannot escape this. So if you are called to this path, prepare yourself, and the ancestors will bless you. Okay, of course, they will bless you. So this is what I have to say today. Thank you very much for watching. Questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video. And if you are interested in studying African spirituality, I teach it. My website is River of Knowledge. You can contact me on this channel, and I will do everything possible to transfer this knowledge to you over the internet. Of course, I don't accept visitors here. There are many people trying to kill me, and they will never find me. Then if you want to read, see and hear. For those of you that have not really come in touch with African spirituality, this book is very powerful. It will help you. Quantum physics. You will know everything about quantum physics. It's not rocket science. Okay, it's very easy to understand. Then spell. If you want to do spell, practical applications that will empower you, understand, make you know things. This will make you walk with nature, walk in the shadow of the gods. Very good book. Both of them is just $200 plus postage. They need the price on. Okay. Apart from that, you want to do your spell work, your X's, sparks, love spell, 9 years, oracle, tarot readings. I do all those things. You want to buy your spiritual oils and herbs and meditation beads. I do all those things. Apart from that, I wish you a very wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.